Let me set the scene for you. It's 2 a.m. and you are still awake, like wide awake. Your mind won't stop racing. The room feels so quiet, and maybe you have scrolled through TikTok or Instagram for the 100th time. You are hoping you will get sleepy, but it has literally refused. Sleep just feels like that one talking stage who decided to ghost you. We have all definitely been there. Those sleepless nights where you ask yourself, what's wrong with me? And you struggle, but here is the thing. Your struggle with sleep might not be about the moment. It might be about the patterns you have unknowingly trained your body into. So today, let's talk about it. What is sleep? Why do we even need it? What causes sleeplessness, and how can we take control of our nights? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 5 to 9 Job podcast. Today, we are talking about sleeplessness and how it may not be that you are not tired, but rather that it is a result of the habits that you have unknowingly trained yourself into. And without any more stalling, let's begin by defining sleep. Simple, and maybe I should ask, what do you think sleep is? You know, the bully in me wishes I could pick one of you and press you to explain the one thing you do every day but can't articulate. But yeah, can't really do that here. So I'll go ahead and tell you. Beyond just closing your eyes or our eyes and shutting down for the day, sleep is more of a powerful state of restoration for your body and mind. So they don't just stop working, but they shift focus into repair and restoration. So during sleep, that's when these toxins in your brain are cleared, when you process your emotions, when memories are strengthened and put into your long-term memory, when new memories are added, and then the basic healing functions and repairs of your body. So that sleep, and the thing you also need to know, which is relevant to this podcast, is that all this is controlled by your circadian rhythm, your biological clock that runs on a 24-hour cycle. It is this thing that tells you when to sleep, when to wake up. So this is very important to this episode. So just keep in mind that we have a biological clock that runs how we sleep and wake. Another way to explain this is that it basically sets the pace based on your routine. So this circadian rhythm basically sets the pace based on your routine. And the problem is that your body clock learns what you teach it. So if you're to sleep late every night, your body thinks that, oh, this is the new normal. And then when you're tired, it asks and it tells yourself, but no, I will keep you up because that's what we do now. We sleep late. Even when you are tired, let me say at like 1 a.m. and you've been sleeping at 3, 4 a.m., it's going to keep you up until 4 a.m. because you know what? That is what you do now. That is what you've gotten used, or what you've gotten it used to. So really, your sleep habits are going to be training your sleep cycle if you think about it. And we have already established that we sleep in the first place to restore our physical and mental energy. That the sleep clears out this waste from the brain, it repairs your muscles and tissues, and most importantly, it prepares you for the day tomorrow, for the day coming forward. So the question therefore is, why do we lose sleep and find ourselves restless in the dead of night? Well, from a psychological perspective, overthinking is enemy number one. Okay? Things like stress, worry, or ruminating on that one embarrassing thing you did 5 years ago, all that, all of that noise just keeps your brain awake. It's like having a 4-year-old, if you guys have lived with kids, that is running around at 11 and they just have all this energy. Maybe they have taken soda. It's like having that 4-year-old playing around in your brain, literally. So if you are overthinking, that is going to be the first trigger for you to just stay awake and be kept awake. And then from a neurological perspective, screens screens are the big culprit here. So blue light is this light that comes from your phones. Blue light from phones, from TVs, screens, tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. It suppresses melatonin, that hormone that makes you sleepy, and then it stimulates the effect that it is still daytime and you need to be awake. You know, it is this blue light that is in the sun in the morning that helps you to keep you awake. So I think you can now see the correlation, because your brain will be thinking that, oh, we are getting blue light, it must mean it is daytime, or we it is morning and we need to stay up. Because you see, what used to happen, maybe from an evolutionary perspective as well, is that the sun used to wake us up with that blue light. And remember, we didn't have screens and what and everything else in the caveman days. So there was literally nothing to disturb our sleep while we were going to bed, like from 7 p.m. onwards. But right now, with the invent of, all these screens, that is now a problem. So that's why it is actually recommended to not sleep with your phone, and also to get morning sun for not just vitamin D in the morning when you get up. And then, three, to explain this whole sleepiness thing, is the school of life perspective, whereby you just can't sleep because you didn't earn it. That's simply it. So maybe you rested all day, maybe you didn't move your body, or you didn't use your brain enough to make it tired. So sleep usually comes naturally when your body and mind know it's time to rest, when they are tired, because it is that restorative function. But then if you haven't been using your body, you've been resting, you've already had enough rest, you've not been using and burning all this energy, then your body looks at it and is like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's not time to rest. So these are the common reasons why we lose sleep or feel restless. So how do we train our bodies and get ourselves out of these states? What do you do? A common lyric here, because it's sung by everyone, and it is to just go to sleep and wake up at roughly the same time every day. It is that consistency that is going to help you reset your internal clock. So sleep becomes more predictable. So you just need to go to sleep, let me say, at 10 every day, and wake up at 6 a.m. every day, and your biological clock will reset from the 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. schedule that you had. That's tip number one. And then two, cut off the screens about an hour before bed. I mean, that blue light is essentially harmful to you. I mean, personally, for me, I actually don't watch screen. I turn my phone into night mode, just so that there is that orange film that covers the screen. But even with that, it is just better to just cut the screens off completely, you know. Two is, or three actually, in this case, is to eat about an hour or more before sleep, because digestion also affects how you sleep. Because you see, if you eat just before bed, you realize that digestion is going to start immediately after, or okay, immediately after you're finished eating, and then immediately as you're getting into bed. So your body is burning all this and doing all these things in the background while you're getting into bed, and that could make you sleepless because your body is already busy doing something else. It is occupied. The better half, or the better thing to do would be to eat at 7 or 9 that side, and then have digestion take place. And then by 10, I mean, you are ready to go. Your body is actually tired and wants to have that restorative sleep. But if you are chronically plagued by this, you might need to actually see like a professional doctor. But please do not put yourself on medication without the right advisory or prescription. I mean, sleep might seem like an easy thing to fix with and play with, but it's very important. And remember, if you can't sleep, do not fight it. Get up, move your body. Do not stick in bed and start to beat yourself up because you've not slept yet. Get out and do some work until you naturally feel tired. It works, especially if you have been inactive all day. So tonight, just ask yourself, what are my sleep habits teaching my body? What am I training my circadian rhythm to be like? What kind of habits do I have around my sleep? Am I having this sleeplessness problem? And if you are, please just kindly go through this. And if it is something that you need to see a doctor with, please go ahead. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning into the 5 to 9 job. I hope this episode helps you and enables you to make the small changes that you need to have better nights and brighter mornings. As always, I'm in your corner rooting for you. I'll catch you in the next episode.